I have a power switch. So this was what that hole was for. I'll put it with like that. Nice fit. I could get color ones or lighted ones, but this seemed to work out okay. So in preparation for this, I unhooked everything. So I want to hook that one, put the wire through the hole, hit it with solder, it'll hold it in place, make a good electrical connection. Here's the power connection. I always like to use red for the power connection. I'd originally put this on a switch in the back, but once I found this, I liked it so much better, I wanted to change it. There we go. So the front panel's done. Anytime I work on the power on this, I unhook this before I power up the unit and test. Don't want to make some stupid mistake. Okay, I've also got a fuse I want to put in, and that's what this top hole is going to be used for. You can use that to supply extra power to the PA. You can use this hole to provide separate power to the PA, or you can put a fuse into it. I chose a fuse, and at some point in the future I've got to find a place to cut a hole, maybe right here, for separate power to the PA. But that experiment's probably down the road anyway. So I found this in my junk box, so it's a recycle. Now I already did the wires for this. Oh, that's soldered shut. That's what you get for using a recycle. Now I've got the power that goes to the front. I'll put in this side. Hit that with some solder and we'll be on our way. Now the brown goes back to the PA and main supply. Got to bring the cable for the fan up to the power switch. I wired the ground for the fan to right here. If I get power from here, then the fan's going to be on as long as it's plugged in. So I used heat shrink to extend the cable all the way to the front. So I'll apply this to the brown, the return. That way the switch has to be on. Okay, so I've got that wired up okay. Now I want to test this, and it's kind of hard to get the probes down in there. So I have these jumpers I use with an Arduino. So I'll put those on there, and I'll use that to check power. 12.2. That's nominal, that's good. So there's a reasonable expectation that this is all okay. So now we got to put it back together. Okay, so I figured out that if you mount the Arduino in this front panel, it actually works a little better installing it. So let's see if that's true. So I'll just push these cables to the back. So I've got this. All of these cables need to go under. This is a very, very tight fit. So if I mount the Arduino as I put it in, that looks pretty good. Arduino's in okay. There we go. Now there's still a lot of wires. This is extra. I'm just tucking it in the side for right now. Some of these others, there's just going to be a lot of cables. The manual advises you to label these, one for the Arduino and one for the board itself. I just label it Arduino. If I label this from Arduino, I know what the other one is. So plug that in. That doesn't look bad. There we go. That's pretty consistent. This looks good. So I have my case. I'll put the case on. Okay, the front went great, back didn't. So let's lift it just enough to get that in. There we go. So now we have a power feed and a fuse. And we validated the fuse was working because the switch works. So now that we have it together, let's do it again. Flip it on. Oh, there we go. uBitx version 5.1. LSBA 7150. VFO works good. I don't know about speaker because I don't have speaker on. You have to wire the minimal with a straight key to keep it from going into keying as soon as you start tuning. Sometime on power up, but I've noticed you have to, as soon as you hit the VFO, it goes into transmit. So there is power improvements. There is paddle keyer, speaker in the front, coming right along. So we'll have to get a speaker internal. Wire up a mic in the back. I'm going to call it done. So there we go. If you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.